Hello students, welcome to ROSE project. This ROSE project is conducted by Rayat Shikshan Samstha Sadguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. Myself, DS Patil. My subject is physics. This is our fourth lecture of electromagnetic induction. In this lecture, we have to study self-inductance, unit of inductance, definitions of self-inductances. There are various definitions. After that, we have to derive an expression for inductance of solenoid and formulas for inductances in series or parallel combination. First, we have to understand what is meant by self-induction. For that purpose, if we consider a circuit in which current goes on changing, this changing current will vary the magnitude of magnetic flux linked with the circuit or coil itself, and due to which EMF will be induced in it. Thus, the phenomena of production of an induced EMF in a circuit or coil due to change in current in the same coil is called self-induction or phenomena of self-inductance. The self-induction is also called inertia of electricity, as it opposes the growth or decay of the current. Now, let at any instant phi be the magnetic flux linked with the circuit itself corresponding to the current I in it. That means when the current in the circuit flowing to the circuit is I, then the related to this current phi be the magnetic flux. Then it is observed that the magnetic flux linked with the circuit is directly proportional to the current flowing to it. Therefore, we can write here phi is directly proportional to I, or phi is equal to Li, where L is the constant of proportionality and is known as self-inductance or coefficient of self-induction. Therefore, from this relation, we can write here L is equal to phi by I. That is the ratio of magnetic flux linked with the circuit itself to the current flowing to it. Now, if the number of turns in a coil is N and phi be the magnetic flux linked with a single turn, then total flux linked with the circuit or coil, and it is also called as a flux linkage, and it is given by N into phi. And it is observed that this flux linkage is directly proportional to the current flowing to the coil. Therefore, we can write here N into phi is directly proportional to I. And if we write here proportionality constant, then we can write here N into phi is equal to Li, where L is the constant of proportionality called as a self-inductance. Therefore, we can write self-inductance is equal to L, that is L is equal to N into phi divided by I. This self-inductance of the coil depends upon various factors. That first factor is the size and shape of the coil. If the size and shape of the coil will be changed, then there will be change in the self-inductance. Second one, it depends upon the number of turns. It depends upon the number of turns of the coil. And it also depends upon magnetic property of the medium within the coil in which the flux exists. That is, it depends on the medium in the coil itself, or magnetic property of the medium within the coil in which the flux exists. Now, it is one important point is here, that is self-inductance L does not depend on current flowing to the circuit, because if we change the current, magnetic flux linked with the circuit is also goes on changing, and the ratio of magnetic flux phi to the current flowing to circuit itself I is constant, that is L does not depends upon the current flowing to it. Now, unit of self-inductance. As we know, according to Faraday's law, E is equal to minus d phi by dt, and phi is equal to here L into I. Therefore, we can write E is equal to minus d by dt of L into I. L is the constant quantity taking outside. Therefore, we can write here E is equal to minus L into di by dt. From this relation, we can write self-inductance L is equal to minus E divided by di by dt. L is equal to minus of E divided by di by dt. This minus sign indicates that the self-inductance is opposite to the change in current with respect to time. Now, from this relation, the unit of self-inductance can be written as volt second per ampere. SI unit of self-inductance is volt second per ampere, or it is also can be written as it is also can be considered as a Henry. SI unit of self-inductance is Henry and can be written as capital H. Now, we are also known that L is equal to phi by I. From this relation, the unit of self-inductance is Weber per ampere, because magnetic flux is measured in the Weber and current is measured in the ampere. Therefore, the unit of inductance, self-inductance is Weber per ampere. Now, definitions of self-inductances. There are various definitions of self-inductances. First, as you know, self-inductance L is equal to phi divided by I. From this relation, we can define the self-inductance is the ratio of magnetic flux linked with the circuit itself to the current flowing in it. Or if I is equal to that current flowing to the circuit becomes 1 ampere, then self-inductance is defined as the magnetic flux linked with the coil when unit current flowing through it. That is, self-inductance is equal to the magnetic flux when the current flowing to it is equal to 1. Therefore, we can define magnetic flux linked with the coil when unit current flowing through it. Now, there is a second definition of self-inductance. For that purpose, we know that formula for the self-inductance L is equal to minus E divided by di by dt. That means from di by dt is the rate of change of current with respect to time, E be the induced EMF. From this relation, self-inductance can be defined as is the ratio of induced EMF produced around the circuit to the rate of change of current in it. That is, it is the ratio of induced EMF to the rate of change of current in it. Then, if this rate of change of current is equal to 1, then self-inductance is also defined as induced EMF set up in the coil through which the rate of change of current is unity. Now, there is another definition of self-inductance. When a current increases in the circuit and induced EMF acts opposite to it. That is, when the current increases in the circuit and induced EMF acts opposite to it. Therefore, there may be a small work done to establishing the steady magnetic flux. Therefore, we can write small work done dW in establishing a current I in a coil in time dt is written as dW is equal to E into I into dt. As you know, induced EMF is equal to minus of L into di by dt. Therefore we write here dW is equal to minus into L di by dt into I dt. dt gets cancelled. Therefore the small work done dW is equal to minus L di by dt, minus L di by dt. Now therefore this is the total work done. Now we have to integrate this one for the total work done. dW is total work done W is equal to integration of dW, and that is equal to integration from 0 to I0 of minus Li di. Now by integrating this on within the upper limit I0 and lower limit 0, we can write here total work done W is equal to minus L I0 square or I0 square divided by 2, and that is equal to, if we consider magnitude only, work done, total work done is equal to 1 by 2 L into I0 square. Now if I0 is equal to 1, that means a steady current will be equal to 1, then W is equal to 1/2 into L, 1/2 into L, or from this relation we can write here L is equal to twice W, and L is equal to twice W, that is the self inductance is the 2 times of the work done. Therefore self inductance of the circuit is equal to the twice of work done in establishing the flux associated with unit current in the circuit. Now we have to derive an expression for self inductance of a solenoid. Now consider a solenoid having capital N number of turns and L be the length of the solenoid, D be the diameter of the solenoid, and I be the current flowing to it. Therefore the magnetic field due to the solenoid is given by formula B is equal to mu 0 into Ni, where small n is the number of turns per unit length. Small n is the number of turns per unit length. Now magnetic flux link across one turn of the coil is phi, and it is given by phi is equal to B into A. Therefore we can write here phi is equal to mu 0 into Nia. Now magnetic flux link across n number of turns of the solenoid is written as n into phi. As you know, phi is equal to mu 0 Nia. Therefore n into phi is equal to, here it is, n into phi is equal to capital N into mu 0 small n into I into L, I into A. Here it is capital N related with the number of turns per unit length by, that is NL. Therefore we write here magnetic flux linked with the n number of turns is n phi is equal to n into L into mu 0 Nia. Therefore self inductance can be written as L is equal to n phi divided by I. Therefore we can write here NL into mu 0 into I into A divided by I. Here it is, I gets cancelled. We can write here self inductance is equal to L is equal to mu 0 into n square La, that is equal to mu 0 n square L into pi d square divided by 4, where d is the diameter of that solenoid, and that is also equal to the mu 0 into capital N square into A divided by L. Here it is, capital N is the number of turns, total number of turns of the solenoid, small n is the number of turns per unit length. From this relation we can also write self inductance per unit length, that is capital L divided by small l, that is equal to mu 0 n square into A. Now from this equation we can conclude that self inductance of the solenoid is directly proportional to the number of turns, is directly proportional to the square of number of turns per unit length. It is also directly proportional to the square of the total number of turns, and it is also directly proportional to the square of diameter of the solenoid. Now here it is another point, that is when we connect when we connect the inductors in series combination or in parallel combination. Now if several inductances are connected in series, then resultant inductance will be written as Ls is equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus N2 sound. That is their addition of self inductances is the resultant self inductance. Now if we connect several inductances in parallel combination, then the resultant inductance will becomes 1 upon Lp is equal to 1 upon R1 1 upon L1 plus 1 upon L2 plus 1 upon L3 and so on. ठीक है, थैंक यू.